From the Home Slice News Center, this is the Daily Slice for Wednesday, November 15th of 2023. I'm Amy Rose. D-Ray Knight is on assignment. This is what's going on. The Pennington County Sheriff's Office says that a woman is dead and a man is in critical condition following a homicide in Rapid Valley. Deputies responded to the 4000 block of Gypsy Lane in Rapid Valley around 11:30 p.m. on November 13th after receiving reports of gunshots in the area. Law enforcement officers found an adult male and an adult female in the yard of a residence, both with apparent gunshot wounds. They were both transported to the hospital, and the female later died. Officials say that the male remains in critical condition. In a release, the Pennington County Sheriff's Office says that the parties involved have been identified and there is no danger to the public. The names of those involved are being withheld pending next of kin notification and the ongoing investigation. New testing in the Hideaway Hills Subdivision of Blackhawk has showed deteriorating conditions. Families in the subdivision were forced out of their homes 3 years ago when a massive sinkhole opened, exposing an old gypsum mine underneath. More than 150 homeowners have filed a class action lawsuit against the state of South Dakota in response to the partially collapsed mine. New testing in the area reportedly shows sewage leakages are causing the soil to weaken, making the ground homes were built on even more unstable. Furthermore, water lines are leaking and there is noticeable deterioration in the land in the area. Trials to determine South Dakota's liability and potential damages it may have to pay in the case are scheduled for next year. In national and international news. Today, UN trucks are expected to bring fuel into Gaza, marking the first time that Israel has allowed fuel in since the October 7th Hamas attacks. Israeli officials have accused Hamas of diverting fuel intended for medical facilities and using hospital basements as command centers, an allegation the militant group denies. Meanwhile, Israel says its forces are carrying out a precise and targeted operation at the Al-Shifa hospital, the largest in the Gaza Strip. According to reports, hundreds of staff and patients are inside Al-Shifa, along with several thousand people who sought shelter from Israel's offensive. The House passed a stopgap bill Tuesday to keep the government open, putting Congress on a path to avert a shutdown and setting the stage for a broader funding fight in the new year. Government funding is set to expire on Friday, and the Senate will next need to approve the measure. It's been reported President Biden is prepared to sign the bill if it's passed by the Senate. The bill would extend funding until January 19th for priorities, including military construction, Veterans Affairs, transportation, housing, and the Energy Department. The rest of the government would be funded until February 2nd. Notably, the bill does not include additional aid for Israel or Ukraine. And this just in. The Supreme Court will rule on whether the British government can send asylum seekers to Rwanda as part of an attempt to stem the flow of migrants. The conservative government is challenging a Court of Appeal ruling in June that said the policy intended to deter immigrants was risking their lives crossing the English Channel in small boats and is unlawful because the East African country is not a safe place to send them. Your weather forecast from the Home Slice Weather Center: partly cloudy today with a high of 67, tonight's low 42. That was your Daily Slice for Wednesday, November 15th of 2023. The Daily Slice is a production of Home Slice Media Group, hosted by D-Ray Knight and Amy Rose. Executive producer Mark Houston. Engineered by Chris Jacquez. I'm Amy Rose. Have a great day.